Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Creekbox TV. I'm Alan Hanley. Got my buddy and football guru, Jamie Hendricks, with us. We're going to talk about the Panthers football game. First round of the state Class A Division 1, or is it 2? What are we in, Jamie?
We're Division 2, Class A.
So we're going to talk about that, go over the brackets in Division 2 and Division 1 and AA. We got all of them. I want to remind everybody we're doing this on our regular program, but come kickoff at 7:30, you've got to watch it on the NFHS network. You go there and type in NFHS network, it'll pull up, search Clinch County or McIntosh, and it'll take you to the game. It's $11.99 a month. Not a bad deal, Jamie.
No, and you can watch any game in the nation.
That's right.
And you can watch it for 30 days.
That's right, for 30 days, and that will pretty much carry you all the way to championship.
Yeah, it will. So that's a good deal. And we got no control over this, by the way. This is GHSA.
GHSA steps in at playoff time and police it. They even send new officials. They won't have the regular chain gang tonight.
No.
They'll have real officials is what we'll call them. But, man, it's going to be brought to you by our sponsors. Let me give them a shout-out before we get started. We got Homerville Jewelers, Clinch Memorial Family Practice, Dre's Snack Shack, Big K and Lee Engineering in DuPont, Georgia, Homerville, Fargo Feed and Seed, Camping World of Valdosta, Clayton Homes of Waycross, Big Daddy's on Highway 84, Pizza Inn of Waycross, Burt CPA, Savage Turner Law Firm out of Savannah, Georgia. More farms there in Maynard, Georgia. They got tomatoes. You can come in. They got them picking now. Napa Auto of Homerville. Bratty Sauce, the best dipping sauce in the world, is even good on light bread. Walker Jones of Waycross. Walt Register Satsumas. Lutz Brown Insurance. The Mary Averett. Huey's One Stop. The Averett House. Douglas Metal. The Little Averett. Clinch Memorial Hospital Community Paramedicine Program. Richard's Meat and Seafood in Homerville with some of the best barbecue sauce they got. Clinch Memorial Pharmacy along with Clinch Memorial Hospital. We want to give them all a shout out. They're the ones that make it possible for me and Jamie to run around and get all these updates. Jamie, let's talk about who the Panthers are playing tonight. They're playing McIntosh County Academy, and it's a pretty good tradition when the Panthers play them.
Man, they always a thorn in our side. You know, we always can seem to have a war with them every game. So, and
I think the last playoff game the Panthers lost at home might have been to McIntosh.
It was 2 goal on the one right there. Not in. And they went and played for a state title after we beat them in the regular season 36-6.
You know, and you look back, I was looking on the trailer down there by the weight room, and it's got state title 15, 17, and 18.
Yep.
It should say 15, 16, 17, and 18.
But this team here stopped that.
That's right. That's right. McIntosh, and they're coming out of what region are they in, Jamie?
They in Region 3.
That's a pretty tough region.
Man, they got Jenkins and Portal and ECI in there. So
who won that region?
Portal beat Jenkins in overtime Friday night, like 46-44 or something like that. It was a high-scoring game. ECI's in there, and ECI is ECI.
Oh man, always. They still run the wing T.
They run it with that dirty slot, and they just you think they got Washawn Ely back there still.
I'm telling you, man, always good tradition there, and man. Not just our game. We're going to come back and talk about all Region 2 games. But, Jamie, what scares you tonight with playing McIntosh other than the tradition that they're always a great game?
By listening to their head coach and just talking to some people, this is the first game where they've had everybody healthy.
Man, so that means a lot now.
We don't know who the quarterback's going to be. We have an idea. But we don't know who the running backs are. They run everybody.
Well, man, you got some stats on the year, man. Give everybody the stats that they have. And all this could change. You're just going by what's happened
this could
up
change.
to this point.
You know, their leading running back is Demarion McNear, and he's only got 346 yards rushing on the year. Their next running back's a freshman, Ernest McIntosh. He's only got 243. Now, the quarterback that's thrown the most yards is Nehemiah West, number 10. He's got 381 passing on the year and only 3 touchdowns.
Man.
So
30 yards a game.
That's right. I mean, their offense has struggled. But their defense has kept them in ball games. Their defense is very fast, and they fly to the ball.
Man, looking at these stats, if you were just going by the stat sheet, you'd say, Bryant's got more total yards than their whole team combined.
He does, and it's hard to go by that. But like I said, they're finally healthy for the first time.
Man, that's
so you don't know what to expect. They run 10 different offensive formations. So how do you prepare for it? If you prepare for all 10, you ain't prepared for nothing.
That's right. That's right.
The coaches have did an excellent job all week getting them ready, and I think the kids knows what's coming. But look, McIntosh has nothing to lose tonight. They're not supposed to win this game.
That's right. And that's what scares me. When you get a team, you go back to 2016, the Panthers went to Darien, won 36-6.
Beat them. It wasn't even close.
No, and then they come to Homerville and shot. That was the biggest upset of the state that night.
Because Robbie Robinson, who's the coach at the time, he figured out one thing, how to stop the single wing.
That's right.
And there's still assistants on this McIntosh team that knows how to stop that single wing.
That's right.
So we went back and looked at that, and we kind of got an idea how they might line up against us.
That's right.
But like I said, you just don't know. When their number 2 running back's a freshman. Their best player on the team's a freshman. He's number 56. Javante Cummins, he's 5'11", 250. He's got dreads. You can't miss him. Mm-hmm. He's a man-child out there.
Well, now, Jamie, they played last week.
They was off also.
Oh, they were off also.
They was off, yeah.
So, I mean, man, and that's another thing. I know the Panthers have 2 weeks to prepare, but then you get a team that has nothing to lose. Everybody's got them picked to get beat. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure let me make sure, Alan, but I'm pretty sure they was off also.
They come in here with a 4-6 record overall. The Panthers are 9-1.
They're 4-6, and their last game was Portal. Portal beat them 27-0. ECI beat them 35-7. Their only win was Montgomery County, who was 0-10, 46-14. Jenkins beat them 47-0.
Man,
the Atco game was 52-0, but the key in that game, Alan, it was 8-0.5.
Good Lord.
It was a war. Then they lost to Bradwell Institute 35-14.
That's not a bad score. Bradwell's a good team.
And then they played Lanier, and Lanier only beat them 10-0. And we know what kind of game Lanier gave us.
That's right. That's right.
And that was earlier in the year. That's probably when they was healthy the most. But the biggest surprise is they about beat Glen Academy 14-6.
I know it, man. You look at that score and you say, man, how in the world?
When they're healthy, they're dangerous.
That's right.
And their coach said in his show, for the first time this year, we're healthy. So it kind of worries you.
Oh, man, it does. Now, saying all this, the Panthers, are they healthy too?
No, Clinch is healthy.
I got you.
Excuse me. Clinch is healthy. We've had a great 2 weeks of practice. The kids are starting to turn it on. We've played a lot of freshmen this year, Alan.
Oh, my Lord,
and they're starting to figure out, and they're starting to grow up a little bit. They're not a baby no more. And Clinch look like they're gelling at the right time. But the problem is, we're playing probably the best 4 seed in the playoffs.
That's what your son Langston, one of the coaches here at Clinch County, said. He said this, by hands down, is the best 4 seed in Class A.
There's not a better 4 seed in Class A. It ain't like we're drawing like everybody else and drawing a 1 or 2 win team that's been blowed out by everybody.
That's right.
That's not the case with this. They're competitive.
That's right.
So, and you say, well, they weren't competitive with Portal and Jenkins and ECI. I'm going to tell everybody something. That was probably the toughest region in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, oh, man, yeah. And I think that region could very much go 4-0 tonight.
Oh, man, they could beat us.
Without at least 3-1.
And I'm not trying to get off our game, but, I look at the ECI and Lanier game, and ECI does something that Lanier has a hard time stopping, to run at the middle.
Yeah. That's going to be a great game up there.
It's going to be a good game, and I don't think ECI can slow Lanier down, but I don't think Lanier can slow them down. Now, say that, and it'll be a 10-10 ball game.
Yeah. Well, the only good thing, Lanier's playing their first playoff game ever in the history
That's
at home.
Awesome. That's good.
So, man, we're pulling for all the Region 2A teams. You got Turner all right. Third place would be Charlton. Who's Charlton got
They got to go to Milan, Georgia, and play Jenkins County.
Jenkins.
Now, Jenkins lost their first game of the year last week versus Portal in overtime. So they're 9-1. Upset they lost that game. And when you turn on the film of Jenkins County, They're amazing. But so is Portal. Portal might have the best player in Class A.
And, of course,
at quarterback.
Portal, who's going there? Turner's going to Portal.
Turner has got to go to Portal. And look, that's another team. Turner, if that quarterback's on, you in trouble.
Yeah.
Because he has.
First play of the game here, Jamie.
That's right. And he leads the state in passing. I mean, he can throw it all over the field.
Their problems, penalties, and turnovers.
Penalties, turnovers, and no depth.
That's exactly right.
But they're going tonight to see a quarterback that they probably the only team that can match them athlete for athlete. And Turner has the kids that can match him. But Turner just can't. Turner cannot hang on to the ball.
Jamie, I don't know the name of that song Blake Pippin's playing down there.
I don't know what that is, brother. It kind of scared me at first.
It shook you. I was looking for a shark to come up.
I know. Well, I thought it was that movie where them aliens come down and shoot them lasers. So I didn't know if we was getting under alien attack or what.
Well, we're going to take a short break, run some of our ads, and we're going to come back and go over the brackets. Y'all don't go nowhere. Me and Jamie's going to be here for another 30 minutes all the way to 7 o'clock. So we'll be back in just a second.
Be merry this holiday season at the Mary Averett, located in the heart of downtown Homerville, Georgia. The largest Christmas decor and holiday showroom south of Atlanta. Come experience the magic of the holiday season with brands such as Christopher Radko, Mark Roberts, and Glitterville, with an extensive selection of tree trimmings, tabletop decor, and holiday-themed gifts. The Mary Averett has everything you need to make every day a holiday.
Our family invites you to visit RegisterSatsumas.com or visit Register Satsuma's family farm north of Homerville, Georgia for a locally grown variety of citrus. Our season opens on November 1st and they're available until they're gone. Bring the family to Register Satsuma's U-Pick every Saturday and Sunday in November, December, and January. We can also ship Register Satsumas nationwide to your family, friends, co-workers, customers, and everyone else who enjoys Satsumas. Share a smile at Register Satsumas in Homerville, Georgia, and check us out on Facebook at Register Satsumas.
Located in Homerville, Georgia, the Averett House offers the finest selection of bespoke home decor, thoughtfully curated gifts, fresh and permanent florals, jewelry, and bridal registries. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with limited shopping hours on Wednesday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The Averett House is the ultimate shopping destination with gifts for him and her.
And then along came Walker Jones.
At Walker Jones, new 2024 Chevy trucks are arriving daily, and the 23s must go, like this beautiful iridescent white pearl tri-coat Chevy Silverado 1500 High Country. Price to move. At Walker Jones is the home of the lifetime warranty at no extra cost to you. Chevy, find new roads. Walker Jones Chevrolet, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at WalkerJonesChevy.com.
Get the best deal from Walker Jones.
Crafted with you in mind, our homes are a blend of style and warmth, turning dreams into reality. Whether you're seeking mobile, modular, or manufactured homes, Clayton Homes of Waycross has the perfect fit for you. Join the thousands who've chosen comfort, chosen quality, chosen Clayton Homes. Call today to speak with one of our experienced home consultants, 912-284-1728. We also offer land home packages. Clayton Homes of Waycross.
At Richards in Homerville, Georgia, you'll find the best meats and seafood anywhere around. For all your holiday needs, parties, and special events, we provide catering that will make the occasion one your guests will never forget. Whether it's a wedding, company party, political event, or convention from Savannah to Atlanta and parts beyond. Call Gregory to schedule Richard's catering service or to purchase their famous barbecue sauce today. 912-487-5822.
Don't forget your little ones this holiday season at our newest store, The Little Averett, offering a large selection of children's clothing, toys, paper goods, and baby registries with brands such as Proper Peony, Beaufort Bonnet, Feltman Brothers, Noodle and Boo, and Mary Mary. Mary Averett and the Little Averett are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., with limited shopping hours Wednesday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join us for the merriest shopping experience in the South.
Have you heard the news? Have you heard the news? There's a new sauce king in town. I'm talking about Bratty sauce, the all-purpose dipping sauce. What started out as a backyard grilling family recipe is taking over the South by storm. Their sweet and mild dipping sauce is flying off the shelf at retailers throughout the land. But hold on to your hat. Now they're coming at you with their signature select sweet and spicy version, which is just a little bit of heat and a whole lot of goodness.
Enjoy the Pizza Inn all-day buffet with more than 40 items featuring salads, pasta, desserts, and pizzas located at 501 South City Boulevard in Waycross. Whether you want to dine in or take out, the Pizza Inn in Waycross is the place to go for wonderful pizza and salad bar. Call 912-809-2411 for takeout orders or drop by for a grand dining experience. The Pizza Inn, Waycross, Georgia. All right, everybody, welcome back to Creekbox TV. I'm Alan Hanley. Got my buddy Jamie Hendricks up here with me. We're talking about the pregame and all the divisions. We get them to turn it down a little bit. It might help.
Man, I'll tell you what, he's blowing me out right here.
But, man, I want to remind everybody today is a national holiday. It's Veterans Day. Jamie,
Yes.
A lot of people might not know you are a veteran.
Yeah.
Was in the Marine Corps, man. And there's a lot of people you want to give a shout-out to. Go ahead, brother.
Man, they are. And I want to encourage every veteran in Clinch County or wherever you can hear me. Come to the game tonight. It's free. It ain't going to cost you a dime. If they say they want to charge you, tell them to call Jamie Hendricks.
That's
and
right.
I'll come down there and take care of it. It ain't going to cost you a dime to come in the game tonight. Well, that's the least we can do for anybody that signed a blank check on their life so we got the freedoms we got here tonight, Alan.
That's right, man.
We take a lot of the freedoms we got for granted. And, man, there's a lot of veterans in Clinch County. As one, I want to say thank you. We got some on their way to Israel right now. I want to say God bless you, protect you. We with you. We're praying for you. And tonight we got something special when Clinch runs out. One of our players is Alan Westbury. He's number 50. He's going to be running out with a flag that they was presented when his granddaddy passed away.
Man, that's special. That's good.
You know, he wants to run out and honor his grandfather. That was a World War II veteran. And, you know, we're losing them every day. There about ain't
Every
many
day.
World War II
No, there's
veterans
not many left, brother. Both of my grandparents.
That's right.
Was one, Z.T. Hanley was in Guadalcanal. He was in the Marine
That's
Corps.
right.
And Papa Quentin Allen was in Normandy.
Yeah, the
Ain't
greatest
many of them
generation.
left, brother.
No, my Uncle Ebby Pitts, everybody knows Gabby's got the body shot. My Uncle Ebby, a lot of people didn't know he was in the Marines, and, you know, he was on Iwo Jima. And
That pile of Marines died
you know,
on Iwo
Ebby,
Jima.
if you're listening to this, I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't think he talked about it or not, but when I was in the Marines, I looked it up. He took hand grenade shrapnel to his back, and he kept fighting, protecting Marines.
Man.
And to the day he died, he still had shrapnel in his back from a Japanese grenade. People, we're blessed in America.
Blessed. Well, you posted something, man, I like today on Facebook about being buried at the Arlington or something. I
That's
forget
right.
what it said,
It's
man.
290 acres of wild. You got the freedoms you got
That's
today.
exactly right,
And if
brother.
you're ever up that way, I tell people there's something up there. When I went and looked at it and you want to bring a chill to you.
I went and seen it, man. It does. I went this past summer, first time in my life. It's something
When I
else
was in
now.
the Marines, I don't think my family knows this, but I don't like to. Look, I had to go to a burial detail, and, you know, it ain't never fun burying a Marine or nobody.
That's right.
But we went to the Vietnam Memorial, and that right there will bring
It
you
will, brother.
to tears.
Well, what brings you to tears when we went up there is the parents that are still coming just to touch
Just to touch their son. You know, when I was up there, the only two I know from Clinch County was up there was Mr. Morgan. I can't remember his first name. And then you had Mr. Manak from Fargo.
That's right.
You know, both of them was in the Marines. You know.
Well, Jamie, here just a while back, they found some remains and buried some remains of a veteran.
Yeah, they
Clinch
did.
County.
He
They
was
had
a Korean
motorcycle.
War
Yeah,
veteran.
Man, that, you know.
And they brought him back. And look, people, I see every day. I seen Elijah Taylor just graduated boot camp.
Yes,
for
sir.
the
I've
Army.
seen that too.
You know, it's a blessing. We got people that's willing to go out and protect your freedoms
That's right.
and sign that check. Because I'm going to tell you something. Coach Tyson reminded me this tonight, and we was talking about it, and they wanted me to talk to the team, and I wouldn't. In 1998, I was in Kuwait City on this very night, and we was getting ready to go to Baghdad. And they said, you got one phone call. I didn't call my mama. I didn't call my girlfriend. I didn't call my daddy. I called Clinch County High School to tell Cecil Barber that I was going to Iraq. I loved them and beat Lincoln County.
There you go.
That's all I was worried about. It wasn't my life or nobody else.
Well, don't you wish you'd had creek box that
If
then?
I had, oh man, we didn't even have cell phones, brother.
I know it.
So I tell people, if you know a veteran, tell them thank you.
That's
If
right.
you're blessed enough to buy them something to eat, buy them something to eat.
That's right.
Because they ain't got to go do this for you.
That's exactly
What
right.
happened in Israel can happen here tomorrow.
Well, we've had it happen back
That's
20
right.
years ago.
20 years ago.
And I'm just thankful that we have young men, not a lot of them, but some of the young men, the chosen ones that will still go and serve this country.
That's right.
And
The men and women that'll sign up and go do it, we're blessed.
That's exactly right.
And we're thankful, that we got them. And also, Alan, I see what's going on. I'm thankful for all our first responders we got in Homerville.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, we got some of the finest EMTs and firefighters and deputies and police around, and we're thankful for all they do.
That's right. That's right. They keep us safe and sound. You're
That's
exactly right.
So if you're a veteran tonight, come to Panther Stadium. We want to recognize you. We want to honor you.
And I hope they, Little Austin, will make them stand up after halftime.
That's
to
right.
honor some of them in the bleachers. Maybe you can holler at him and tell him that.
My best veteran is little Harold Wayne Lloyd.
Hey, brother.
The picture of little Harold Wayne going to Desert Storm in that Humvee, had that mustache.
Hey.
Little Harold Wayne, I love you, brother.
I do too, man. Hey, and I wish I could tell you some stories Harold Wayne told me on air, but we'll have to save them for another
That's
time.
right. That's right. And I guarantee you, if he's out there tonight, he's exercising his Second Amendment rights. He's at a turkey shoot somewhere.
I guarantee you, he learned how to shoot. No,
He learned. I think Dawn taught him how to shoot. You don't mess with Dead-Eye Dawn.
I guarantee you. Well, Jamie, the team, I know you was talking, y'all been tailgating. Bill and them got up here at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock this morning, they was cooking sausage, man. Awesome.
Some good groceries, man. And if the Panthers win again, I'm sure they'll tailgate again next
They
Friday.
gonna tailgate it. I had some people stepping up wanting to feed them next week already. People believe in these Panthers, and the kids are grateful. And this week we have Ben Johnson. Ben, if you're listening, brother, we love you. Thank you.
That's right.
Ben got some people together and cooked a delicious meal for the team Wednesday. And then Brother P. John and Lighthouse Church out there brought the kids and the cheerleaders and all in last night and fed them a great meal, and we're blessed. We appreciate all of y'all. I got to give a shout out to Alex Cornelius and the Cornelius Farms. They feed them every road game. We're thankful for everybody that helps with fireworks. P. John, Busy Bee Fireworks, Lutz Brown Pickler and Manley, Chancey Heating and Air. We appreciate all of y'all. If I left some of y'all off, y'all know I ain't real
That's
smart.
right.
But
We'll thank them and get out. I need to tell everybody and remind them the Clinch Memorial Hospital is inviting everyone to the first annual Turkey Trot 5K. Jamie's gonna sign up.
I done got my Speedo, Alan. I'm gonna be dressed as a turkey.
Well, that's what it says. It said first annual Turkey Trot 5K Fun and Run next Saturday, November the 18th.
I ain't running now.
The 5K, that ain't 5 miles now.
Oh,
We'll get started at 7:30 in the morning. What you need to do is put your peanut truck at the finish line.
you got that right. I'm gonna be selling peanuts and hot dogs.
And that'll kick off all the morning of friendly competition and exercise before you get your belly full at the Homerville for the holidays events. I'm sure you can do that next week.
Yeah.
That afternoon, it costs $25 to register for the 5K and $10 to register for the kid-friendly fun run. For more information on age ranges and to register, visit Clinch Memorial's Facebook page or call them at 912-470-2401. Be sure and wear your best turkey costume.
Oh, man, I got one. It's going to say gobble, gobble on the belly and a wobble, wobble on the rear
That's
end.
exactly right. It's getting close
Because I'm going to gobble and wobble.
And, Jamie, talking about the gobble, gobble, man, it's you always know we're fixing to go over the bracket, but if you're playing the day after Thanksgiving, it's a successful season.
You've had a great season.
That's
There's
right.
nothing no better than coming out here practicing after Thanksgiving. Or I'll tell you what, I remember when Coach Dickerson, we'd practice on Thanksgiving, and we'd go to Miss Lorita's house, and
That's
she'd have
right,
dinner set up.
right.
I mean,
have an early morning practice.
Early morning practice, and then Miss Lorita fed everybody that wanted to come to her house and
I
eat Thanksgiving
guarantee
dinner. And I can tell you, she might have put a few pounds on me, Evan.
Just a few.
Just a few.
All right, brother. We're fixing to go over the bracket, Jamie. We'll start with the bracket that the Panthers in. Of course, Clinch and McIntosh is playing in the upper. What's the winner tonight's game? Who'll be on the lower side?
If we win tonight, or McIntosh, whoever's going to get the winner out of Seminole and Wilcox, both of them come into that game 6-4. Seminole got the number 2 seed out of Region 1. Wilcox is the number 3 seed out of Region 4.
All right, who's your prediction on that?
I like Wilcox.
I do too. I got a little dot by mine.
Yeah, man. When you turn on Wilcox and you watch film on Wilcox, it looks like they got Lonnie Outlaw and Bug Howard and Nick Marshall out there.
When you think of Wilcox, you think of athletes. Now, Seminole back in the day when I can't think
Rambo and the Rambo brothers.
They had great, but old
They
coach.
did.
What was their head coach's name, man? One of my favorite coaches.
Yeah, I cannot
other than
think
Freeman.
of his name.
Him and Jim was big buddies.
Big buddies, and man, he was
coached at Miller County, assistant coach for years.
Allen,
and then,
wasn't it?
Allen.
Yeah.
It was Allen. That's right.
But he was a
His
good
son
coach.
played college football at Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
Was a great lineman. All right, what's in the lower bracket beyond that?
Well, we keep going on our same bracket, and Johnson County 7-3. They number 1 in Region 5. They gonna get Washington Wilkes, who's 6-4. They're Region 4 team out of Region 8. And here's a little thing for you. If Washington Wilkes would have won Friday night, they'd been number 1. But because they lost, they was the 4 seed.
Who beat them Friday, Jamie?
They lost to Greene County.
Greene County.
But they beat Aquinas, who beat Greene County, and Aquinas won the region.
Who you got picked to win that game?
I like Washington
That's
Wilkes.
who I got.
I've watched Johnson County, and they're not near as good as they was last year.
Yeah.
But they was in a region that wasn't real strong, in my opinion. Now they liable to
when
win
you
the
think
state.
of Washington Wilkes, you think of Lincoln County tradition, just like Clinton. That's right.
You think of Washington Wilkes, you think basketball.
That's right.
They used to win it every year, like Calhoun
man.
County.
If you have never went to a Class A basketball game, you've got to go one time in your life to Washington Wilkes.
Yeah. They'll pack 5,000 people in that little barn.
That's right.
The next game is Manchester and Mount Zion Carroll. Now, Manchester 7-2. They lost to Lamar County, who's in, AA, who won their region. They lost to Blakely County, who's in Class A, but they beat Swainsboro, the Class A state champ last year.
Who'd you say? That's
Manchester.
Manchester beat Macon County.
They beat Macon 18-6, and they lost to Sly. I think it was like 28-7, but that was a 8-7 ball game going into the fourth quarter, if I remember right. And it was a war.
Macon County is the only loss that the Panthers have all year.
The only loss, and that was like I tell people, we went up there with no quarterback.
That's
Pell,
right.
Pell
That's
couldn't
right.
throw the ball in the school bus. He couldn't throw it.
That's
know?
right.
When they figured out, they beat us. But,
so looking at it, you got. I got to get my glasses on, Jamie.
I pretty much think you got Washington Wilkes, and you got Manchester coming out in round 2, and I think the Panthers can pull it out, and they're going to see Seminole next week.
So
Wilcox.
Clinch and Wilcox next week. That'll be another traditionally game. It's always been tough.
They knocked us out of the semifinals here in '97 or '98, whenever they won the state title with Nick Marshall.
Uh-huh.
If you remember
that. On a rainy night.
Ventavia slipped down on the 3-yard line. If we'd have scored, we'd have went and played for the state title and won it.
That's right. Jim, I can remember, Jim, we started to fake the punt on 4th and 5, and we just, didn't do it. Didn't do it.
But then Nick Marshall threw the ball to Jay Howard.
A one-arm catch behind his back.
In a monsoon. We couldn't cover him no tighter than we had him covered, it was just athletes making plays, man.
Right. We got them back the next year.
We got them back the next year. We sure did. But then we had to go see ECI and Mr. Washaw Neely. So.
Yeah.
But we don't want to talk about that.
No.
But in the bottom bracket that's on our same side, we in the top, we're there in the bottom.
That's the bottom left.
The bottom left, you got Telfair and Randolph Clay. Telfair started out undefeated, lost 2 in a row. I don't know what's going on with
That's
Telfair.
getting close to basketball, brother.
Yeah, but, man, they got a ball team. Randolph Clay, they're the number 3 team over there. Man, I think they like 4 and 6.
I would say
I got Telfair.
I got Telfair too.
Yeah, and then you got Turner, who finished 4th in our region. They got to go to Portal. And Portal might have the best player in Class A ball. It might have the best player in the state. I ain't going to tell you. You just need to go watch it.
Is he better than Sline's quarterback, Jamie?
Hands down.
Really?
Hands down. He's got the running yards. He's got the passing yards.
Boy, that's scary.
He's the quarterback, and he's got 400 yards receiving. How'd he manage that? He's throwing and catching the ball to us.
Man, doggone.
But you need to watch Portal. Portal also has a 6'7" receiver, excuse me, that's being recruited at tight end, and everybody in the nation's wanting him. And he is the real deal. And they Portal. They go to Statesboro, and they get all these great kids. If you go to Portal, it's just like going through Argyle. There's nothing there.
That's right.
So then you got Macon County, who they in our side of the bracket. They going to get Christian Heritage. And I like Macon County. Christian Heritage is in Region 7. There's only 3 teams in the region.
So they're automatically in no matter whether they win a game or not.
That's why Sly don't have a game tonight, because they wasn't the number 4 team out of that region.
Okay.
So, and I'm just going to tell y'all, Christian Heritage, they're a good football team. But, man, Macon shouldn't be a ball game.
When you talk about athlete for athlete, Macon County's got
unless
athlete.
Macon's saying, hey, let's just play basketball.
That's right.
And that's a possibility. Your next one is Aquinas and Glasscock.
Yeah, that ought not to be a game, should it?
Man, this is a great story. Glasscock County's in the playoffs for the first time ever.
Really?
You know, they broke that record. They had an 82 game.
I remember that several years ago.
Yeah, they had the nation's longest losing streak. Well, they was going to give the program to Axe, but they said, no, we're going to keep this. Coach kept fighting for it. And they got like 18 kids on the team. None of them look like a football player.
I think somebody posted a picture of them today.
Coach Tyson posted it, and, man, it's a great story. And they're in the playoffs, but they get to go see Aquinas out of Augusta. And, man.
But now Aquinas is the real deal, right?
Aquinas is the real deal. Aquinas is a great coach football team. They played Greene County a couple of weeks ago. Greene County was the best team. But that coaching staff from Aquinas come up with a game plan.
That's right.
And that's what won that ball game. They outcoached Greene County.
We have played Aquinas in baseball, never in football. I remember when my nephew Ashton and them played.
That's
they
right.
Went up to Aquinas.
They did.
And it was a close game. In the first game, maybe 10-4.
Yeah.
The second game, it was like 28-0.
Yeah, I think Little Bill pitched in one of them games, and he said, them boys have magnets in their bats or something, because everything I threw, they was crushing.
That's when Coach Carroll wanted to stop at the Italian place. What was that called?
I remember that.
He wanted some spaghetti and they had to stop and eat after they got swept.
got beat to death, and he wanted some spaghetti. I don't blame you, Coach Carroll. I like spaghetti too. And look, Alan, we'll talk about the other side of the bracket, but here's what you need to know on the other side of the bracket.
Keep going straight down, brother. Go ahead.
Well, you got Hancock Central. They're going to play Greene County. We just talked about them.
Greene
County's got the defensive tackle that everybody in the nation's wants.
It's the video you showed me a couple of.
He's 6'4", 315, and runs like a deer.
That's the one the referee said nobody.
The referee said nobody in the state can block him, and if you ain't watched him.
And he's a junior, right?
Yeah, his name is Kevin Wynn. If you want to look up Kevin Wynn, if that Wynn name sounds familiar, all of his uncles played at Lincoln County.
Oh, okay.
Then you got Taylor County, which is Butler, Georgia. They get to go to Bowden. You know, Bowden won the state title in Division II last year.
That's right. They started out like 0-2 this year.
0-2, played a tough schedule, and
got a little bit of recruiting in.
Well, I didn't want to say that on live TV, but yeah, they had about 11 move in, what I was told, and had a 3-star QB move in, and now, you know.
And they ain't lost a game.
They ain't lost a game, so, you know, when you can move players in, especially in Class A.
Oh.
Hey,
well, that's 4 positions.
That's right, but Bowden, hey, we're proud of y'all, you know.
Hey, we played them before. I remember they come out here and run the wishbone and had them big, tall receivers, and we were set up to stop the run and done good.
Yeah.
But, man, they threw for 250 yards. They throw it up, a jump ball. Great game. that coaching staff, I remember, Jamie, they were down there timing the snap from the center to the punter. To see if they, I mean, that was just amazing to me. They had like 20 coaches.
Man, they got a great coaching staff up there.
Always good, good
they
football
got good
players.
kids. They got good football players. We went up there in '91, and I remember it was like
11 to 8,
degrees.
wasn't it?
We beat them 10 to 7.
10 to 7.
But Anthony McNeil, senior, you know, he had that square toe cleat, and when you walked there on that grass in Bowden that night, it was just solid ice.
It was cold. I went to that game.
And he managed to kick a field goal, and I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
That was in 91.
91, and we went and played Lincoln and beat Lincoln.
That was actually for the state title.
That was the state title game. Hey, there's the judge. How you doing, brother? Yeah. And I don't know if he brought me a subpoena or what. You ain't taking me to court, are you? Okay. I'm going to say, Clay, I thought we was friends.
Good job, Clay. Good
Thank
job,
you, Clay.
buddy.
But, yeah, we'll go down. You can look at that. I'm going to go back on down here. And then Charlton, you know, they get to go to Jenkins tonight. And look, if Charlton will stay in that T formation.
I seen you posting that the other night,
Keep running the ball, folks. And if anybody in Charlton County is listening to me, call that coach. I'm not going to call his name. And say, run the T formation.
Well, they led by 2 touchdowns, didn't they,
And then just get out of it and want to throw the ball. Look, everybody wants to be flashy, but at the end of the day, when's the last time a passing team has won a state title?
And Charlton's not bad. They cut it 14 to 7. It was 17 to 7 at the half here, but it was a game for a half.
I don't know. I wasn't on their sideline. I don't know what they seen, but stay in the T formation. I'm just a dummy, but it's working. Run that ball.
That's
Against Turner County, you ran for 400 yards on Turner County. Stay in the T formation. You had one back. You had one back, a freshman quarterback, and Turner ran for 252 yards. Then you come to Homerville and don't even play him.
Well, Jamie, I get tickled. People say, well, why hadn't the Panthers passed? Man, well, when you're leading by 30 and you're averaging 10 yards a carry, why do you need to pass?
Clinch is averaging 9 yards a carry this year. Why throw the ball?
Oh, I'm with you.
I mean, I want to look good too, but at the same time, if I can run it down your throat and beat you to death, that's what I want to do.
That's exactly right.
But, Charlton, go play ball and make us proud.
Yes,
we
sir.
cheering
Go
for you.
representing Region 2A, baby.
Then the next one is Miller and Dooley. Look, that's going to be a dogfight.
I think Dooley. I got Dooley. I think we went to Miller, and it was a rainy night, sloppy right after the hurricane.
Dooley has been up and down, but it's like they play to their level of competition.
Yeah.
They like the Georgia Bulldogs. What I told somebody the other day, they said, "What do you think about Dooley?" I said, "They remind me of Georgia." When there's a good team like Telfair in front of them, they played lights out and beat the snot out of them.
Dooley County has a tradition when we won our first state title.
2002.
Well, not our first, but our third.
Yeah.
Coach Barber's only title.
Yeah.
It seems like when it gets a little cheer in the air, and like Coach Dickerson said, teams to remember are playing in November.
That's right.
And Dooley's one of them type of teams. When it gets November, it's like they step up.
Yep.
And here several years ago when they had that great quarterback.
That's right.
A great game here.
It sure was. It was a war.
It was a war.
So, you know.
But I think Dooley will take it.
I like Dooley. The next game is Lincoln and Wilkerson County.
That's going to be a good game.
Lincoln's a 3 seed. Wilkerson's a 2 seed out of Region 5.
Yeah. And Wilkerson's got athletes too.
They got them. Lincoln's got them. Lincoln's got a little running back. Don't take my word for it. Go to Lincoln County's website and watch their highlights. This little guy's amazing. I can't remember his name, but the kid can fly.
Well, Jamie, Lincoln went, they had the winningest coach in the country.
That's right.
When he retired, man, they
Larry
went
Campbell.
into it. When Larry retired, they went through politics and went and got this one. Now that program's on the way back.
That program's on the way back. The coach is doing a good job.
He is.
Look, Lincoln County's accustomed to winning state titles and region titles every year. And look here, I'm going to tell everybody tonight, don't count Lincoln out of these playoffs.
No.
They're in a tough bracket with the Bowden and the Slies and everybody, the Jenkins. But Lincoln they want to run the ball. And when you get in the playoffs, a team that can control the clock is the one that can be deadly.
That's right.
And Lincoln plays great defense.
I can guarantee you we got one coach that'll tell you how good Lincoln was.
That's right. He's our offensive coordinator. I have to hear about it all the time. Lincoln. I said, man, I'm tired of hearing it. He said, y'all remember y'all come over here in 2012?
Well,
We beat y'all?
I can see James Landry. I know he gets red. Boy,
Oh, man, you know him and James. I would want to be at Thanksgiving for dinner.
Yes, sir. I want to see that gift James gets every year.
Man, I can hear James say, hey, y'all might have beat, but I had 15 tackles. I did my job.
Scratching the whole time.
Oh, man. I tell you what, that was a spark plug, wasn't he?
Oh, man.
Son.
What best. I'm telling you, he was a perfect size for a nose guard.
I talked to Chumley, who was the Savannah Christian coach in 2010. When we played Savannah Christian for the state title, and I told Coach Chumley, you know, he's the one that had his fingers all taped. He looked like me, body type.
That's right.
Know.
He taped his fingers. I remember that.
I said, who do you think, what's the key today? He said, we got to block that little nose guard.
That's right.
He said he's the best player y'all got.
That's right.
He said he's like David Pollock. He don't stop.
That's right. And he didn't.
He didn't. He would have a bloody nose, a bruised forehead. I remember one game he took his helmet off and his forehead was purple.
I remember, man, when I coached, I used to love Thursdays because they would be going over the offense, and me and James would get in the corner of the end zone, and I wish I could tell everybody what me and James talked about once a week, eating grass over there in the end zone, but I would have to save that for another time.
Hey, a Panther great just tagged in, and Stephen Palmer said that Bowden was the best team they played in 91.
I guarantee you. I agree with you. Stephen's another one.
He played center for Clinch County, and him and Darrell Weatherton, that line was huge.
That was probably,
nasty.
I would have to say, out of all the state titles, that was probably one of the most physical overall teams because they just lined up and said, we're going to run the ball, we're going to run it right here, and what you going to do about it?
I know that, and, you know, for some reason that year, Coach Tyson, I was a freshman, he thought I was a good linebacker.
Man.
And here you got Darrell Weatherton and Stephen coming out and hitting me, and then you got Feld at fullback coming through there, and Anthony McNeil with the ball.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sitting there with snot bubbles and Larry Day kicking me in the tail. Get up, son, get up.
Yeah. Man, my ankle hurts.
Oh, man, I had a conclusion. It wasn't a contusion, it was a conclusion. I had to get off this field.
That's right.
And I just told him out here, look, I'll just hand y'all water with Coach Pope.
I guarantee you.
But, yeah, they was a nasty bunch. Brock Stalvey and all of them. You had Fred Edmonds. Man, I tell you.
That's a good team.
That was a good. You had Dondre Lacey. Good
team. Of course, the first team to win state with AC and Herbert.
Yeah.
Some of the best ever in the backfield.
That's right.
You got 91, and then you got the 04 team. All of them was great.
They was.
Even back with James Landrum and them when we won it in 2010.
You can look and say who's the best, and I tell you, I was little. I was 10-year-old in '88. I don't remember much. You know, I was just trying to get a snow cone.
That's right.
I wasn't worried about football.
Right. You was playing football in the back of the bleachers.
Yeah, and the ditches, you know. But I tell you, that 04 team, their defense is what made them.
That hands down, that's the best defense in the history of Clinch County. And because it's in the record.
It's a national record. I mean, it was just unreal.
Jonathan Williams at nose guard. Oh, man. And then you had the two linebackers. I mean, that was just overall.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got in the bracket, Jamie?
All right, the next one is Slide. They got the week off because Region 7 ain't got a 4 seed.
Well, it doesn't matter who Slide would have played anyway. They'd have won.
No. Then you got ECI going to Lanier. Hey, ECI runs the ball. Lanier has a hard time stopping it, but Lanier's got something, and that's called offense. They can score in a hurry.
That's right. That's right.
Their quarterback's the real deal.
And now they got that good defensive lineman now.
Oh, man. There's a Trejo, I think.
Trejo.
And, man, they got that receiver, BJ. I can't think of BJ's last name, but, man, he's the real deal. If they can get a turnover in this game or two and get ECI behind the sticks and get ECI where they got to throw it, it's over.
That's right.
Lanier beat them.
That's right.
And Lanier,
I'm pulling for Lanier. That's who I want to win.
Oh, man, we pulling for Lanier. Then the last one is Hawkinsville and Early. And you talk about a matchup.
Hawkinsville, they pretty good this year, Jimmy.
They got hot lately. They look real good. They in that region with Telfair and Dooley and all of them. But they're a hot team, and Early has lost their last 3 ball games. So you just don't know what Early team's going to show up, you know.
All right, Jamie, we went over all this. This is Division I, Class A. if you had to pick a Final Four right now, just looking ahead, what would you say?
And we're Division II.
Division
II. If I had to pick a Final Four, and I'm being,
I say let's go to the Elite Eight. What do you see the Elite Eight?
Well, I mean the Elite Eight. We went over them a while ago. Who I thought you
got Clinch.
You're gonna have. Well, yeah, we did that a while ago. I think Aquinas is gonna move on. They're gonna get Macon.
Aquinas and Macon County in the bottom. The top would be.
I like Portal and Telfair. I like Johnson and Manchester, and I like Clinch and Wilcox.
All right, making it down to the Final Four on that side. Who do you think?
I like Clinch, and I'm just going to tell you, I think we're going to see Portal, but I'm.
That's going to be Panthers versus Panthers, brother.
But I'm pulling for Macon County, and the reason be because I don't think no other lower seed can win there. It's either going to be Aquinas or Portal or Macon. I'm pulling for Macon.
That's right.
Because they would come to Homerville.
Automatically. There won't be a quarter
flip.
There
won't be a quarter flip.
That's right.
See, that's just like round 3. We pulling for Manchester. We don't want to flip a coin and hope we got to go play Johnson County.
That's right.
But I really think it's going to be Clinch Portal in the Final Four.
Right on the other side,
who you got? I like Sly and Green.
Sly and Green, so you don't put Bowden back up there?
I don't think Bowden can block Kevin Wynn.
I got you.
I just don't believe Bowden can do it.
Well, I can tell you this, man. This is a new season. It's all about playoffs now.
It is.
Everybody has prepared to make it. Once you make it, the 9-1, everybody is 0-0 at this time right now.
Yeah.
So, and you would agree, each round the competition doubles, wouldn't you say, Jamie?
Oh yeah, it gets better every round. Once you get past the first round, there's no bad teams.
That's right.
And I'm not saying there's bad teams in the first round. I mean,
there'll be an upset tonight somewhere over here that me and you
that's
talking
right.
about.
And I tell you, the team that's on upset alert tonight is Clinch County.
Yeah, you said this is the best 4 seed.
I'm not saying that because I'm a Clinch County Panther. I'm saying that they're the best 4 seed in the state of Georgia.
Well, I was telling you before the game what you want to do with a team that has struggled a little bit. If the Panthers will come out and jump on it 14-0,
that's right.
It could go. But now if it stays close, you get to halftime, and then you're a turnover and 1 score away. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And what Panther fans has got to realize, there's only been one team to stop this single wing. If the Panthers don't stop it themselves, it's McIntosh.
That's right.
They know how to stop this single wing.
Well, they did it 4 downs on the 1 yard line.
Don't get upset tonight and say, we got to throw the ball more. Because, look, they're going to load the box.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming.
That's right.
And their philosophy is going to be, you're going to have to throw the ball to beat me.
That's right.
You're not going to run it.
The only advantage I see with Bryant has done a good job running the read option.
He's got good with that.
If you break the line of scrimmage with 11 in the box,
you gone.
It's to the races.
Charlton
and the Panthers, that's right. The Panthers have 3 that can take it to the end zone at any time.
And I just want people to realize that when you think of McIntosh, you say, hey, they can stop that single wing.
All right, me and Jamie's went over this whole bracket, and I want to remind everybody, you have to watch it on the NFHS network.
Yes.
And type in Clinch. But what's good about that, Jamie, you can watch any of these games on the NFHS.
Any of them. You can watch any of them you want to.
That's right. Well, man, that's the Class A lower division. Let's go to the upper division, Jamie, and give a shout-out to some of our local teams.
All right, Irwin made the number 2 seed. They're going to get to play Temple tonight. I don't know nothing about Temple. I know Irwin.
Are they healthy now? Man, they've been hurt all year.
They still hurt. But look here, they Irwin County, they got pride.
That's right.
They're going to fight tooth and nail.
All right, before we go any farther, I want to bring this up. Next year, the Region of Doom is back.
It's back, and it might be even better than what people seen. We got some news just a few minutes ago. Hey, there might be 15 more coming down.
Man, we might not even have to pick up a game.
Well, the private schools is, they all going to jump up to 4A and make GHSA push 15 more down.
All right, what's the teams that could come down to our classification?
You're looking at Swainsboro. You're looking at Fitzgerald. You're looking at all your upper teams that you see here could be coming down.
Irwin and Brooks is already down.
That's right, but you got Pelham coming down. But Pelham's done in there with us. They had AAA numbers a week ago.
Boy.
Now they in Division II.
Man, it's going to be back like it was back in the 80s. Class A was
It's finna be unreal. And look, you're at a disadvantage when you got 300 kids and you're playing a team like
with 800.
Crawford County with 600 kids. They should beat the brakes off anybody.
They got. If you do that math, there's 300 more kids. Half of them will be boys. That's 150, and
That's
say 25 of them are good athletes.
That's right. See, I mean, that's like Brooks. And look, Brooks, we love Brooks County. We like
best
competition.
Coach in the state of Georgia.
But at the same time, you got 560 kids.
That's right.
You look at the Clinch County that was 300. You should beat Clinch County every year. That's a
right.
big number difference. You could find 11 good ball players.
Oh, my Lord,
with
yeah.
plenty of depth.
That's right.
And let's just take Clinch County out of the equation. Just think you a poor old Calhoun County that's got 150 kids in the school. How do they play with the Clinch counties and the?
Well, Eccles County. So they got to compete in basketball, baseball. And
That's why you see everybody in Division II right now is finna play a non-region schedule. Mm-hmm. Or I would say they get the heck out of it, but that's just what I think. That's what they might do. And look here, don't take Jamie Hendricks' word for it. I don't know what they got. All I do know is we got Don Tyson fighting for everybody in Class A and all classifications because he's trying to do it fair.
That's right.
And that's all everybody's wanting is a fair shake.
That's right,
It ain't fair for a Fitzgerald to come down here and play with the clinches and all that. And Fitzgerald, it ain't your fault. I'm not blaming
nobody. They just won the AA state title last year.
I'm not Brooks. We're going to send you down to Division II. I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, well, hey, we can win a state title every year in every classification.
That's right.
You know?
Well, now, do you think Irwin will win tonight, Jamie?
Irwin will win tonight.
Are they at home?
Yeah, they at home, and they're going to get Blakely County the next round.
Blakely Cawley.
Blakely Cawley won that region. Look, they beat Swainsboro last week and shocked the state.
I mean, they got a pretty good team. We played them several years ago, man.
They do. And then you get in teams I don't know. Mount Vernon and Pepperell, I don't have a clue. Prince Avenue Christian and Athens Christian, that game was canceled. The Athens Christian coach said, look here, we're 0-10. The only reason we in the playoffs is we're the 4 seed. Philo, the quarterback at Prince Avenue, is like 300 yards away from breaking Trevor Lawrence's records.
Man.
So
they already started in basketball.
They said, look here, y'all take the night off. We're going to play basketball and eat pizza. We 0-10.
That's right.
And so Prince and Avenue don't play. But that's who's going to win that bracket.
That's right.
Hands
Prince Avenue,
down.
yeah, they got a great.
And then below there you got Pelham and Hurd. Hurd should handle Pelham. You got Bryan, who's back in Class A.
That's right.
Division II.
And they're in the upper division playoffs now.
Now they're the number 1 team in that region. I mean, a fine football team. So then they get East Lawrence, they'll win that. And then you got Mount Pisgah Christian against Dade. I don't know who these teams are. Jasper and Commerce. I
would say, yeah, because I know them. Commerce.
Yeah,
they're coach good.
Well, they beat Rayburn the other night up there with Coach Eric Richardson that did coach here, you know. And
3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's
right.
Commerce.
They got a fullback, and that's what they're going to do. The other side, you got Elbert and Oglethorpe. I couldn't tell you. Tryon and St. Francis. All I know about Tryon, they play good baseball.
That's right.
Swainsboro and Metter.
That ought to be a good game.
That's a rivalry.
Yeah, that's a rivalry.
A heated rivalry. So, look here. I mean, I like Swainsboro.
And both of them will be in our division next year.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. If they bring them 15 down, Swainsboro's there. Metter's done there.
That's right.
So, then you got Bacon and Lamar. Bacon's going to be coming down.
Yeah, and Bacon, to me, that's been the toughest opponent all year for the Panthers with Bacon County.
Their defensive line and our offensive line, we didn't win that matchup. Football's all about matchups.
That's right.
They matched up well with us and had the best running back. The coach just didn't let him touch the ball, and Coach, we thank you for that.
That's right.
We're glad you didn't let number 5 run the ball much.
You.
And then you got Rayburn and Social Circle. I think Rayburn, I think they get Social Circle.
That's where Coach Eric Richardson's
at. That's where Coach Richardson's at,
yep.
And, man, he's doing a fantastic job.
That's a long way from him.
Yeah, he don't know it. We was up there the other day, and I talked to some people about the football program. When I bring up Eric Richardson, everybody up there I talk to, they love the guy.
That's right.
And
he's a good fella.
What's not to like about Eric?
That's right. Good fella.
Coach Richardson, we wish y'all luck tonight. Then you got Darlington and Whitfield. I don't know.
Whitfield usually plays a great game too now.
Then you got Scriven and Dublin. Look, Dublin was young this year, and they have come on strong.
Well, just a couple of years, they tied Charleston for the AA state title here 10 years ago.
I think they won it in Class A a couple of years ago. I mean, Dublin's the real deal.
Man, they are.
Then you got Crawford and Brooks. Look, Brooks has got hot.
They started off slow, Jamie.
Well, they started 13 freshmen.
Man.
And I seen that the other day. When you play 13 freshmen, and they didn't play slouches, they played TCC.
That's
Thomas
right.
County Central.
That's
they
right.
played Thomasville.
That's
they
right.
played Worth.
That's right.
They went and played Wayne County.
That's right.
They went and played Cook County.
When they got the region play, they would battle test it.
When they got the region play, them 13 freshmen was grown men.
And, brother, they're coming back in our region next year.
They in our region. And every time they come in our region, that hammer, it ain't no plastic hammer. They got the steel behind it. And
right.
Maurice Freeman,
the best coach.
He gets the most out of every kid.
And all the divisions. Now, that's Alan Hanley's opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him firsthand.
And when they come out the locker room, they got swagger. Mm-hmm. And he puts that attitude in them.
Jamie, let's stand up right here. They're doing the national anthem. We'll come right back.
And please remain standing for the invocation led tonight by Levi Corbett. Levi is the center on the Clinch County football team, a junior at Clinch County High School, and a member of New Vision Church of God.
Let us pray. Father in heaven, we ask for your blessing on the game we're about to play. Give each one of us the strength and courage to play this game in a manner that by our words and our actions are pleasing to you. We ask that you will keep every player, coach, family, and community member safe tonight. We also thank you for every veteran and those currently serving. Thank you for the freedoms we have because of their service. And we pray a blessing on each of them and their families. Now, Lord, we thank you for all your many blessings and ask that you be with each one of us tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
God bless you.
All right, Jamie, we're getting close. I want to remind everybody right now, everyone watching right now, thank you for tuning into our pregame show. Tonight's ball game, we're not done yet. We're going to go over a little bit more. We got plenty of time. Tonight's ball game will be on the NFHS Network. We are going off of YouTube and we'll be live again on the NFHS Network at 7:30. You can visit our Facebook page for a link to the NFHS Network, or you can go search the App Store on your Roku, Fire TV, or smartphone for the NFHS Network app. It is a subscription service of $11.99 a month, but by just joining it for 1 month, you get to watch every playoff game and the remainder of the football season.
That's a good deal.
Yep. All right, Jamie, are we done with the upper division bracket?
We're done with it.
Look at the AA bracket, man, one time, and
Number 24.
because we got some local teams that's pretty good in AA, but it'll be in our division next year. Imagine
There's
that.
a good chance. We don't know what's going to happen between now and Tuesday, but we'll know Tuesday. But Fitzgerald's got to play Putnam. I like Fitzgerald in that.
Yes, sir.
Vidalia's got Spencer. You got to take Vidalia. I don't know nothing about Spencer. I ain't never heard of him. You got Model and Thurl. Brother, I don't know who these people are.
That's right.
Providence City and I don't know.
Callaway's usually got some good athletes now.
You got Worth got to go to Laney.
I think Laney will win that one, Jamie.
Callaway is a traditional good
They're out of Columbus.
Yeah, they got a lot of good kids.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to realize what he was. You got Ace Charter. They got to go down to Pierce County. You know, they flipped a coin or something, and Pierce won the region.
Really?
Yeah, because they had a three-way tie. Then you got Murray, South, I don't know, Fellowship Christian and Redan. I couldn't tell you. Cook's got Washington County.
That ought to be a good game, man.
That right there, Washington County, that's a traditional
Man, you
power.
talking about tradition.
But they got to go to Adel, baby, so we'll see. And these games is all played on Saturday. So tomorrow.
Oh, all these will be played tomorrow.
Yeah, because of official shortage in the GHSA.
Well, I'm glad they didn't do that in our division.
You know, Applin's got to go to Northeast Macon. You know, Applin's got one loss. You know.
Applin, they're going to go a deep run. That's going to be a great game between Applin and
Applin and Cook in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
Oh man, they have to go to Cook. So then you got Jeff Davis. They get the playoffs. They got to go to Thompson for the first round.
Well, Jeff Davis had to win last Friday. Got the win. Congratulate them. Little Roger over there. Little Roger Metz.
Man, they got a tough one in the first round with Thompson. Thompson's loaded.
Yeah, that man. There's some more tradition there. That's right up around Lincolnton, brother.
Yeah, man. Then you got Toombs. You know, they finished second in that region with Applin and Pierce. They got Southwest. I don't know, Rockmart, Washington. Rockmart's loaded this year. I've heard a lot of people talk about that. Then you got Eagles Landing Christian. We all know who that is.
Man, yes,
and
sir.
And they got Union County. So that's AA.
And that'll be played all tomorrow.
AA and 4A plays tomorrow because of official shortage.
Well, brother, me and Jamie's done with the pregame. If the Panthers win, we'll be right back here next Friday. We'll probably come on at 6. So me and Jamie can do a lot. Anything else, Jamie?
Yeah, man, I want to thank Bill Nava. Pop's
my
Bees.
Lord,
they bought fireworks this week, helped feed the team.
You out of peanuts, too.
Yeah, we out of peanuts.
You'll have some tomorrow, though,
yeah,
right?
Stephen's cooking peanuts tomorrow. Y'all, we sold 2 bushels today. Stephen and Vonda, S&VBs, they help us a lot. He don't want no recognition, but I'm going to say it anyway.
That's right. He'll get mad if
he's
going to
get mad. We're going to sell. They sell peanuts and they help us out. And Kevin Morrison and Jay and W.A. Prairies, they helped buy fireworks this week. Eric Lutz Brown Pigler, Manley. Look, I tell people all the time, it ain't cheap. When them fireworks go up, in 45 seconds, you're going to see $1,000 get smoked.
That's right.
And look, the kids love it. The other teams hate it, and that's why we do it.
Well, man, we want everybody. We still got crowd coming in. Plenty of seats.
Plenty of seats. Round. Come on, Clinch County.
That's right. You need to come out and represent it, man. We hate that we can't do it on our YouTube, but the NFHS takes over. They do a great job for the playoffs, and I want to remind everyone watching right now, thank you for watching and tuning in to me and Jamie on the pregame show. Tonight's ball game will be on the NFHS network. We are fixing to go off YouTube, and we'll come back live on the NFHS network at 7:30. You can visit our Facebook page for a link to the NFHS network, or you can search the App Store on your Roku, Fire TV, or smartphone for the NFHS Network app. It is a subscription service for $11.99 a month, but you can watch all these games that me and Jamie just talked about.
You can watch the AA games tomorrow, the 4A games. You ain't got to go.
You can watch this one live, and after this one, you can go catch the other one on a recording. You can catch
another one. That's right.
You know,
if you say, hey, I want to see who Clinch is going to play next week, and you want to go back and watch the Wilcox Seminole game, you can go watch it. So
that's right.
That's a good thing you got going. I want to tell everybody, y'all come to the Panther games and pack the stadium, because let me tell you something. If Clinch County makes it to the state championship game, we play on a Monday night
at 7:30. Oh, at 7 o'clock. So
how many of us can get off of work and be in Atlanta at 7 o'clock for a football game?
That's right.
So you're going to have to miss Monday and Tuesday. So I'm begging y'all now, come to these games, support our children. The band needs to support, the cheerleaders, the football team. This is a community. Everybody come together and get to these games.
That's right, man. It's perfect right now, football weather. I want to remind everybody, as our captain used to say before we signed off, Mr. Barron Sutton, y'all please tell someone about Jesus. Me and Jamie appreciate it. We'll see you live at 7:30 on the NFHS Network. God bless you.